Speaking of people that I recently looked into a little bit, I think we mentioned this a little earlier, but our high school, right?
Oh shoot, we do need to talk about this.
There's been a lot of talk over the summer about changing the name of our high school.
Yeah.
And
What, Parsa?
Oh yeah, I just realized I never really I was basically talking about the Republican Party and Christianity and like how it's hilarious because like I would not say the views overlap. They don't really overlap with the Democratic Party either. But like it's weird. It's weird. I just would like to say this as a closing statement. I find it very bizarre when people point to religion as the reason for voting when like if that was the case you wouldn't vote.
Exactly.
You totally would just not.
Bro,
vote.
I wish everyone got that. Like,
would
that's
not
so
vote.
true.
God wants to kill innocent Afghanistani citizens
using drones.
every single day.
Using drones.
He wants to bomb
Jesus
Sudan.
said, "Don't rely on my handouts, for they are temporary." That's my favorite quote from the Bible. It's the best quote for sure.
But we can end on the Wheeler name change thing because I do want to talk about this, and I'm
I
gonna
wanna talk about
give my honest opinion on it because there is the whole thing where things shouldn't be named after Confederate people. I get where people come from that, but I am honestly on the side of keeping it Wheeler. But if it gets it down to the point, well, it's still after named Confederate, drop the Joseph R part because in my opinion, Wheeler, when you think of Wheeler, you don't think of a Confederate soldier, and it's not not like
I didn't find out it was a Confederate general, by the way.
General,
I didn't
okay.
even find out till junior year.
Yeah.
because we were talking about who signed the Constitution and George Walton.
Right,
so
George
just
Walton
like
is
the
on
neighboring
the-
high school.
Yeah.
So George Walton is a guy who signed the either Constitution or
Declaration of Independence.
Declaration of Independence, which is like pretty cool. So I think that prompted someone to look up Joseph E. Wheeler and was like,
Right.
Damn.
Well, no. That's funny. Let me give you some context.
yeah,
The year Wheeler was built and established and had school,
segregated.
1965.
Yes.
Same year, Cobb County, the county it's in, was segregated or not or integrated. Integrated.
Yeah. Okay.
So, it is confirmed by multiple people, or it's a thing.
Yeah.
That Wheeler was named Joseph R. Wheeler out of like a stick it to all,
that's
the,
the thing,
all the
like-
people
That's
of
like a
color.
recurring-
coming.
Well, okay, wait, hold on. I need to. People realize that's like every Confederate monument is the sticking it.
No,
it is,
definitely.
All
Yeah.
of,
Definitely.
because all of them were brought up around that time in the 60s. People like one of the counter arguments you always hear is, "Oh, it's been up for like hundreds of years." No, it hasn't. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not even just talking about Wheeler. I'm just talking about like most
They're
monuments.
like
in general.
very.
Yeah.
Most of them have it. Most of them put up like
Yeah.
This
basically-
century.
I think
Yeah.
like
Or
90,
last century.
90%
Yeah.
of them were like last century. Like
Yeah.
only like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like less.
It was
than
either in the
10%
early
would, like,
1900s with,
remember
like-
actual,
and there's
like,
some in
deaths.
Ohio. Was that even a state during the Civil War? I
Yes.
don't even.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it
okay.
was.
Everything
Well,
up to the Louisiana Purchase was. But there's
Okay,
there's statues
cool.
in Washington, like
Okay,
Washington State.
Yeah, Washington State. Okay, Ohio.
Most of them have been taken
was
down.
a state. I can confirm. Definitely wasn't in the Confederacy.
Yeah.
I can tell you that much. Like that's the thing with it. So it's obviously not about like immediate memorabilia for the Confederates. Like it was not immediately built. Like
No, not at all.
Like they took
Yeah.
the L basically.
Yeah, when you see like 1965 established, like there's definitely like if it was like something made in like 1910 has similar implications to something built in 1960.
That was during Woodrow Wilson's and like the rising of the KKK. Basically.
Yeah, it's like there's like slight differences, but definitely something built in 1965 named after a Confederate general is definitely trying to send some sort of message.
Right. Especially when the county it's in was integrated that same year.
Oh,
But I do agree with
I wanna
you
go talk
that
to
I think
the-
a lot of things can like surpass their name. You know, like the
Yeah.
definitions of these things change, and like when I think of Wheeler, I think of like.
the school.
I think
Well,
of
I think of
what
one of the
it
most.
is
I
and
think
what
of one
it's
of the
done to
most
this community.
inclusive
Oh
schools.
no! I think the hilarious part is if you brought Joseph Wheeler time travel. He's like, "Look, we got this school for you. You
And
want to
it's
come
full
look
of black
inside?"
people.
He goes in. He's like, "I don't want to be named. Don't name this school after me." Are you
It is
kidding
the
me?
most diverse
It's-
count, or
yeah,
probably.
it's
Yeah,
literally
no, it
like-
totally is.
It's, I think
We,
it's like
we're the only
30%
school in
black,
the
like
we're the only school in
30%
like this
Latino.
area that has a like an international welcome center.
It is the
Yeah.
only most diverse high school, but like I think that is what Wheeler needs to represent. The name Wheeler represents a diverse and well put together high
Oh
school.
no! I think that's a great compromise you just brought up. I never even thought of it. So like I will say like the huge pushback like one of the arguments I always hear is like it won't change anything. Like changing the name won't change anything, which is like totally true. Like I'll go like change the school to whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna matter. Like it won't make a difference. But I will say like the when something gets named after someone, it is to honor them. And
Definitely.
like we can't honor a racist traitor. But if you detach the first and middle initial,
yeah.
and like I could totally
I like that idea. Actually,
It's a great idea.
because you're not honoring the guy. You're just
No,
saying
you're honoring
Wheeler.
the school and what it's become.
Yeah, but then his name is like still, and you can still
See
be like,
that a lot of
Yeah,
people still
exactly.
counter it.
So I would still get why people don't like it.
I think-
I'm curious. So what were the like? Did they ever propose like alternate names?
Well, nothing is going to happen. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah,
because
no.
this Cobb County
Shut it down.
School Board of Commission is not going
Well,
anywhere.
I mean, I've heard them like
it might get
they're
reopened.
moving
eventually.
a little. Yeah, they might reopen
it's
it.
a little bit, but they're not
after students like started talking.
Right,
to them.
but they're not
Dude, I want
open
to go
to.
talk to them.
I would.
I want to go talk.
Do
to
you
them.
want to ditch
I
the
ha-
name Wheeler?
I have some like choice words to say to like the people that voted to dissolve that committee. I, by the way, am of the camp that I completely believe we should change the name. Like, there's not
Full-
like a hair
full-
on my body that
all
believes
of
we
it?
should. Yeah, I mean, like the public education system in the like it's one of our biggest accomplishments. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
it truly is. Right, it's a place where we grow our kids. We herald knowledge. We herald integrity. Like.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really believe that we should be teaching our kids how to love each other, how to learn, how to grow. We shouldn't teach them.
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
Like how do you feel when you go to school and you're like, man, my school was named after a Confederate general who fought to preserve the institution of slavery, who also owned slaves.
I think
No, I totally agree.
Especially, dude, if I'm like a little black kid,
yeah.
that would not leave a good taste in my mouth.
No, definitely. I'm not supporting leaving it at all, but I also think that Wheeler has made a name of its own.
Oh yeah, no, I do get that.
If you get
that
what I'm
makes
saying.
perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. In terms of like, it's almost like, okay, bear with me here. You know, like black people took the N-word and made it their own.
Okay.
Like that's almost like what you're saying, basically. Like
that Wheeler Wheeler took the name
Joseph
Wheeler and made its own
and
thing.
made it a symbol of diversity. Ironically enough.
Yeah,
So like
that's
could
kind of the thing I'm
you
arguing.
could almost look
interesting dichotomy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you could look at it the same way. See what I was saying? I swear, I think I like this realization came from watching the Boondocks of all things.
That's kind of funny.
Was like, yeah, like I just kind of got that knowledge bomb from it. But I was like I think they said it. Like they said it, and I just kind of took it, and I'm like, that makes perfect sense. Like they took it and made it their own. Like it's basically empowering now. Like you could tell,
I mean,
you could tell your former oppressor, like you can't say a word that used to be used to put you down. Like that's
Someone said that like Wheeler, I don't know if it was you or Jack, but someone said that Wheeler has become like a symbol of inclusivity and diversity. That's only to us, bruh. Like an incoming freshman after a name change literally is not going to care. Like, I mean, it's important to, like, we see it because we've graduated from there and we spent the time there.
If they're not going to care, then why change the name at all?
No, I'm saying, like...
What are you saying?
I'm saying that, like, they're not going to care about the name Wheeler when they
or the lack
like
of.
to kids now that are going to go to high school, like the people that actually, like, the name change actually impacts.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Like, it doesn't impact us at all. It literally doesn't at all.
No, I agree.
I think ultimately, if like you said, the goal is to like create like an inclusive and learning environment where people learn to love each other.
The Republicans that dissolved that committee are like, yeah, Wheeler's an inclusive name. Let's keep it.
No, bro, I'm not.
Well,
I'm not condemning that committee. I hate that committee.
I feel like
with a passion.
Yeah, but like if you don't think that the school's name should be changed, then you agree with what they did.
Well, I think if we look at this fiscally, I think when we look at a goal of creating a more inclusive and loving environment, and we say all of the steps that we need to take to create that thing, is like the investment, like, you know, just the thousands of dollars it would take to change the name, change all of our paraphernalia. That's maybe not the right word.
I mean, we could keep the Wildcats and
merchandise.
the W. Like it's not like we could toss.
And like, well, like
Yeah.
you know, renaming our school and like the name on our jerseys, because we have Wheeler on jerseys.
That's
just
true.
like, and it's like just like all that money and stuff like that. Are there other goals are there other steps towards that goal of creating a more inclusive learning environment that we could put that towards? Like, you know, would you rather have a really nice looking house with a broken family inside, or a shitty looking house with a happy family inside? And like, what is more important to complete first?
Well, I mean, like, it's not a lot of. I mean, I don't know how.
And
much
it
would
is
cost
like
to
in
change it.
perspective. Like I don't know what
Dude,
the Cobb
sports
County's
gear is
finances look like.
expensive. Sports gear is expensive. I did not know that until like when I started playing soccer. Like,
I mean,
they
it can be a
make
gradual
affordable.
thing, though.
Yeah.
Like, you can have the name change at a point when like they have the money to swap out all the jerseys.
Yeah.
Because
Oh
they're
yeah,
getting money.
like you could make a plan right now. Like this committee could have just taken the steps to be like, yeah, we'll name it this in X amount of years. When
Yeah.
the budget for new jerseys and new all that, like, because eventually they'll have to get new jerseys, and eventually
Right.
you'll have to redo the field
And all the
and
branding.
the Coliseum. Like
And
you'll
then
have to
the
redo
school.
these
Yeah.
things. So like if they just planned it accordingly, I feel like that would have been like a pretty.
I would like to point out, I'm not for leaving it Joseph R. Wheeler.
Yeah, no,
at
I
all.
understand. I understand.
I would rather.
Okay, yeah, you wanted to.
I just want to clarify
of
that.
Joseph
I
R.
I mean, dude, literally, like,
Or is it Joseph E?
Joseph R.
Joseph R.
But
okay.
would you be opposed to naming it after a different Wheeler? Because there's a lot of Wheelers around here who they made a list when the committee that got
oh, yo, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
right.
if
that
you just
that was
I
my
didn't know
favorite
that was what you
idea.
were
Make it
talking
one of the.
about.
I was actually
Yeah.
gonna say. I remember when I went to East
make
Cobb.
it a
I can't
different-
remember this one girl's
A
name.
different Wheeler,
Dude, or yeah, different.
Yeah, but
Wheeler.
there was someone with the last name Wheeler, and then I just kind
Yeah.
of realized it's like not
Joey
exactly.
Wheeler.
they've picked out a couple of good candidates
Joe
who have like
Wheeler.
made a prominent impact around here.
Yeah, if that's the case, I'm totally for
I'm-
it. But yeah, no,
yeah.
I think you have to detach Joseph R. From,
Definitely, I'm not for keeping the name at all.
yeah.
I think it's obviously a symbol of like hate or whatever. Parsa, come here. Say what you want to say. Say what you want to
You're
say.
on, bro.
Parsa texting me some ideas. And
Oh, okay. I was
Okay.
tilting the mic, but
I think we've been over this, but a lot of people just try to be woke for no reason.
oh no, I will say this is totally a symbolic victory.
I don't
Like
really-
like assuming you change the name, like it's a very symbolic victory, and like
Yeah.
that's the big thing. That's also frustrating.
Yeah, I'm not like crying because.
Yeah, no.
No, of course.
I did.
I'm
I
not losing
literally.
sleep
You
over
said you
it.
didn't even know until junior year. I didn't know
I
until
didn't-
like senior.
I didn't know
year.
until junior year.
I literally.
I
like,
didn't
like,
know
I don't
until
think-
I saw
nobody
the
knows.
Instagram repost, the classic repost on story.
Oh, the infographics.
Dude, it's yeah.
But when I did found out, like it